Hello, and welcome to this video presentation. My name is Paul Brett. I'm a Senior Software Support Specialist supporting the Transformation Extender product from IBM. The topic for this video is using the JDBC Typetree Importer. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. In this practical demonstration, I use the JDBC Importer in the ITX Design Server and then migrate that Typetree back into ITX Design Studio for use in legacy projects. I'm going to create a project, then create a connector. Next, I will create a map, and an importer is invoked during creating the source card in this map. And finally, I'm going to create and build a package. We're going to start today's demonstration in the ITX 10.1.2 Design Server. I'm here at the login screen, and now I'm going to log in to show the projects. As you can see, I have three projects, one called Examples, one called Project 1, and the original imported one during the install process, Process Orders. So before I start a new project, let me just quickly show you the Windows File Explorer, where I have a TX Files subdirectory under C:\IBM. Within TX Files, I have a directory that starts with a number and is a lot of numbers and letters. Now this is my package deployment area. If I go into here, you can see that I have potentially two packages already built and designed. It's difficult to know which one is which, but we'll ignore that for now and just note the fact that there's two currently. We'll come back to this folder later and we will see a third directory created. So let's start a new project. We're going to call this Project 2. I'm going to click on Project 2 to go inside. And if we quickly head over to the File Explorer, you will note that a directory has not yet been created. That's fine, that's just what we expected. So I'm going to define a new connection. Currently we have echo sync static file and file, so I click new. From the types I choose JDBC. I click next. The URL I'm going to use is this, which points to a SQLite instance I have installed in my C:\database folder. You will note that I already have the jar file that makes this SQLite database worked installed in my ITX 10.1.2 ext jar files subdirectory. This is that jar file here, SQLite-JDBC-version number.jar. Let's move on. I don't need to put in a username and a password. I click next, and I'm going to call this connection JDBC. And we're done. Switching back to the File Explorer, you will note there is still no third directory listed here, third numbered directory. Let's create a map. We'll call the map Test1. Back to the File Explorer, you will note that this is still no additional directory here. From Structure, let's choose to create a new source card. We'll call this card in1. We'll use an existing connection. The connection we're going to use is JDBC. Click Next. Here we're going to use a query. My query select star from test1. If I click Next, now it comes to the generation of the schema. So the schema's name I'm going to call query_test1, and I'm going to click the Generate Schema button. And a schema has been generated and the appropriate object has been picked for the top level of the card. Before we click OK, let's just switch back here. Still no directory created. We'll click OK now. And we don't actually need this map. The important thing is that the type tree that we need has been generated. So for now, I'm just going to build the map. Back to the File Explorer. You will note an additional directory has just arrived. It's dated today, and if we go inside there, you can see the map that's just been created. Let's create a package now, and when I build the package, hopefully the type tree will arrive as well. Save this map and close. In the File Explorer we still have the map source file and the compiled map. Let's go to the home area now and into deploy and into packages. I'm going to create a new package called package 2, and from which I'm going to load project 2, and within the maps I'm going to load test 1. Add. Package 2 has arrived. I can now click this tick button here and then say that I want to build package 2. Before I click the build button, back to the File Explorer, still no Typetree here. However, when I click the build button, we see built successfully and we close. Back to the File Explorer, and now you can see that my Typetree file, query_test1.mtt, is here in this folder, ready to move back into the Design Studio for use in legacy projects. Let's move on to that step next. Here we are in the ITX 10.1.2 Design Studio, and here I can either use one of my projects or create a project and then import that Typetree that I have in this folder here, or I can just open the source map that I started in Design Server in Design Studio. If I just drag and drop this map here into Design Studio, you will note that the Typetree being used is query_test1.mtt. The JDBC string has been filled out for me. If I open the Typetree, from the Typetree menu we choose to analyze structure and logic, save the Typetree and close. Then from the map we should be able to build and run, and the map has completed successfully. We have no output card currently, so we can't see what was retrieved, but what we can do is go down the card and turn on the input backup, always to a unique name, click OK. Show you the File Explorer window again. There is currently no backup files in here. Save, build and run. Back to the File Explorer, you'll note that there is now a backup file with a long string, and if we open this backup file you'll see that we have retrieved the contents of the table test1 from SQLite. In summary, that's how to leverage Design Server to create type trees from a JDBC source or target, and then use those type trees after putting them into a package in your legacy Design Studio projects. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video presentation today. If you found the content interesting and informative, please hit that like button. Perhaps leave me a comment. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I release content such as this on a regular basis. Reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. Thank you.